This week, Razer dropped their new line of accessories for the Quest 3. That's this head strap, a facial interface we already covered. I'll leave a link at the end of the video. And these are similar to the designs they dropped for the Quest 2 before they did a head strap and a facial interface. $70. Let's check it out. One piece of tape. Two pieces of tape. And they actually sent this one to me inside of a bag, so unlike the last video, there's not labels covering the box. You can see they actually make the box kind of pretty for everybody out there, make it shiny Razer, although none of the Razer accessories have RGB, which seems surprising. Adjustable head strap system for MetaQuest 3. And that's basically it right there. We talked about this in the last one, but ResMed is a company that makes devices, medical devices actually, things like sleep apnea masks, things that people have to wear all night and somehow sleep in. So it makes sense that Razer would partner with them to find what's something that you can be comfortable with the weight of a VR headset hanging off your face. Now this is not that dissimilar from a stock strap in my opinion. It is different materials, it is a different shape, but like it's still kind of the same idea. It's still cloth, still goes through the top and then snaps on either side. It does say Razer though, so it does make it look really cool. But now instead of the stock one kind of spreading around the back of your head, it spreads out a different way. It has some flexibility to it. Now, spoiler alert, I wasn't a huge fan of this one on the Quest 2. The problem was the strap is comfortable, it holds the Quest 2 nicely. You still have that constant like boat anchor effect on the front of your face. On the Quest 3, it feels a little better than it did on the Quest 2. That's mostly because the Quest 3 doesn't stick out of your face nearly as much, which means the weight of it is closer to your face. And with this, you notice that. Like even when I turn my head kind of quickly, it doesn't feel bad. One thing I want to swap though, I have this nice, perfect 3D printed custom facial interface for my face. Most people don't have that. You'd be dealing with the stock facial interface, which for me was not the most comfortable thing in the world. So that will also affect and impact the overall feel of this whole thing. We're back to the regular flaws of even if you get an Elite strap or anything, with a strap like this that's not a Halo strap, it suctions in the whole headset to your face. So even already right now I'm feeling pressure right on my cheekbones and right on my forehead here and here. So really any Elite strap or any cloth strap like this, it's only as good as your facial interface is good on your face. So if you've got the stock strap and you find the facial interface is the worst part, this isn't really gonna fix that for you. This is gonna make the head strap a bit more comfortable, but that doesn't mean it's gonna make the part that's actually on your face feel any better. Adjustment points are, at least they're decently easy. They've got Velcro back here, although it's weird, the Velcro patches are very small on it. Like you're used to Velcro patches covering the whole thing. It's just a little bit in the middle, and you even see that same thing on the top one. It's just a little tiny bit of it that's actually Velcro. And it's kind of an odd choice, in my opinion, that they do that with this Velcro, because depending on how tight or loose you make this, it's very possible the Velcro is gonna land right over this plastic bit in the middle. And still there's a little Velcro on either side that can still attach, but it does make it looser than if you were to attach it all fully to Velcro, which makes it just feel a lot less secure, especially if it ends up to where it's like that, where a good chunk of it's hanging off. It's a small detail, but it's something that you're gonna kind of notice how it feels when you go to unhook it, or even just moving it, you can unhook it on accident. We'll go take it away and play some games, test it out, and come back and talk at you with some final thoughts in a little bit once I've been able to spend a good amount of time on it. So we'll be back. We're back. Razer head strap, $70. Spoiler alert, in case you're in a hurry, you need to save time. It's not for me. Cons, 70 bucks is a good amount for a head strap, especially one that doesn't have any sort of battery capability. And now that Bobo isn't making their universal dock that can use their batteries, there's not that many options to strap a battery to it. Yes, you can get some universal one, shove some Anker 20,000 watt hour on this, but it just doesn't have a built-on addition. And battery power actually on the Quest 3 is my bigger complaint for me, even than comfort. Unlike the Quest 2, that in and of itself basically kills this for me. But on top of that, because they improved the stock strap, it's not nearly as good as this one, but because now the stock strap splits off, it has that triangle in the back of your head, this doesn't feel like a huge leap from the stock strap even. On the Quest 2, the stock strap was terribly uncomfortable. On the Quest 3, it's just uncomfortable, and this is kind of still uncomfortable. Now, maybe if you were someone who wants to lay down in your Quest all the time, you got that new lying down mode, and you're playing games like this, you're chilling, watching a show, you're doing all these things with this laying back, okay, I will say, it is comfier than like a Bobo or something that's gonna have a big old battery on the back of your head, but it's not $70 more comfortable than the stock strap. Like for me, if I was really gonna be doing that, I'd probably just switch the stock strap back on. Or what I actually do, if I do wanna lay back, is with this one, I showed in the original video, which might be a better example of what I'm doing here without a headset, but I found I could just turn this up to where this sits on top of my head, and I was able to lay back just fine with the headset and do stuff with this just holding on up high instead of down low like it should be. So I can leave this on there and do that. Some people think the black looks good with it. It's aesthetic. I don't really care to really say that's a con, but I do feel like it's like, again, they can't decide whether the headset is like mostly white or mostly black, and you just keep bouncing around. I tried it with multiple interfaces. This one, if you remember this one, this is this weird button extending Apex one. So I tried it with a bunch of different ones to try and see, but ultimately it just felt like it had all the same flaws as a stock strap or even a weak Elite strap, and for a higher price than most of them. So it wasn't for me. But what about you? Did you get this thing 70 bucks? Are you loving it? If you are, I'd love to know, what did you come from? Did you come from the stock strap and you think this is better? Were you trying some plastic crappy strap and you hated it and this was really the way you go? Or maybe you're someone who travels, so you just want something that breaks down really small. You can take it with you anywhere. I'm not saying it doesn't do all that, but so does the stock strap. So I don't see how it's worth the price. But let me know if you feel differently in the comments down below. That's the last of the new Razer accessories, so I don't think there'll be anything new coming around. And again, Razer didn't send me either of these. I had to go pay for them both myself. So maybe like my last set of Razer accessories, I'll send them to some of you out there. But thank you for coming out and being here with me, and I'll see you in another reality.